What up? What up? What up? What up?
Yo. Hey, before we start this episode, man, there's just something I gotta get off my chest. I didn't want to address this, but now it's just getting kind of disrespectful. Whatever narrative you have about me of why I didn't show up somewhere or why I didn't do anything, that's fine. Keep the narrative, right? But once you start saying I went somewhere because the competition was less, not only are you discrediting what I've done, you're discrediting the people that stood to the left of me and to the right of me. And that's where I draw the line. Because some people work equally as hard to be on that stage to compete. So like I said, whatever narrative you have, cool, keep it, but don't disrespect the fellow people that I stand on stage with. Now we can get on to our episode.
Okay, that one I did. Okay, I wasn't tracking that, but okay, here we go. We starting now. So, welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk About It. As y'all see, Jamal had to get something off his chest, so we moving forward into another week of prep, another week of accomplishments, another week of celebrating the sport and the athletes. Right. So I want to start first and foremost congratulating my guy again. I'm getting tired of saying this crap, to be honest, because I haven't got one yet. It's probably my fault, but but congratulations again. I think this is your 5th pro win of the year, which is unheard of. Like, some people aren't running the gauntlet and aren't being as dominant as that often. So when you see somebody run the gauntlet, aren't afraid to put their name out there, put their name in the hat and compete. That is an amazing thing. So congratulations on your 5th win this week.
Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it, man.
We'll definitely get into that. Shoot, we might as well go straight there. So, man, OCB Colorado. Promoter is Tanisha. I actually met her at the Yorton last year. An amazing promoter. The show looked great, but I'm only speaking from my perspective. Can you tell me a little bit about the insight, about the competition there? And I know you have a highlight that you wanted to speak about as well. So just kind of give me the rundown on the show, how it was ran. Yeah, let's just start there.
Man, I wrote everything down. I want to try this new format, man, where we rate these shows, right? Mm-hmm. So just check me out. I'm going off the limb here, right? So first, I'm gonna just start off with the registration for the show. Of course, if you go to the IG page, OCB Colorado, you go to the bio, you click the link. It's going to take you to her own personal website where you can sign up for the show, which was pretty cool. Now let's get into the communication aspect after you sign up for the show. Me personally, we already talked about this. I like to stay in an Airbnb. So I messaged her, asked her, what's the nice areas, what areas are closest to the venue. Very responsive, very helpful. Tell me what areas to stay away from, and what areas is safe or whatnot. So that was great for me. And like I said, just very responsive and professional. So for communication, she get a 5 out of 5. Like, okay. Very communicative, right? So check-ins, the line moved quickly. It was a long line. It moved quickly. She also showed, I guess, a tribute to myself, Cali, and Gillian. We are 3 Yorton Cup champions, so we had our own little stand-up at her show. So that was pretty amazing and thoughtful. I really appreciate that. The energy was great at check-ins, man. You know how check-ins are. Everybody just sitting around talking, getting to know each other. Oh, I know you from IG, this, that, and the third. So once again, check-ins, I give her a 5 out of 5. Show day in the venue. I called this pre-stage. The vibe was great. She had a pro suite where she had snacks and stuff for the pros or whatnot. So that was pretty cool. The venue was really nice. And then backstage was like the holding area, and there was two locker room type things. One was for females and one was for males. And then once you go up the stairs, that's where the expediters held you at until you walked on stage. So the venue, and this isn't her fault, I give it a 4.9 out of 5 because it was hot. I don't know if the air conditioner went out or whatnot, but they did have fans, which was great. They had fans keeping the place warm, but it was hot in that thing, man. So ready to take the stage. The show started on time. Like I said, they had the 2 locker rooms, and the expediters did a great job. One of the expediters was her husband. Funny guy. I had a chance to meet him. He really kept the show running smooth. He made the competitors feel comfortable backstage, cracking jokes, telling jokes, just keeping the vibe and energy up there. So, like I said, for that, all of that, she gets a 4.9 for the venue. She also does this cool thing, man, which each category, she brings them all on stage as a group, and it's a pose down. So it's like I got videos of it. So once we chop this up or whatnot, then y'all will see what I'm talking about. But so like for men's physique, it was a pose down. Everybody came out. Classic. All the competitors came out as a pose down. And that mess was really tight. I'd never seen anything like that. So I don't know where she got the idea from, but she should definitely keep doing it because that definitely brings the morale up for the athletes. But yeah, man, that was the takeaway from the show. I would highly recommend that show. It did kind of break my heart hearing that she will not have Classic there next year, Pro Classic there next year, because that's a place I would go back and you know try to do it all over again or whatnot. But as far as Tunisia, I don't think she gets enough credit for what she do. Like I said, she's one of the great promoters that should be highlighted. And we would love to have her on the show when we do our promoter series again, so we can get her stuff out there for sure.
Yeah, next year throw the bait out there. Hey, go ahead, join us next year, Tunisia. So we'll be glad to have you. So I just kind of want to, I guess, zero in on a few things because I like the rating system and things of that nature. So you told me something over the phone that I guess was like unprecedented that you have never seen. Would you like to share that to the public about how many classic guys you were able to get just on the amateur level?
Yo, I've been around the OCB for a few years, dude, and I've never seen nothing like this. She had an E class, bro, an E class. 28 classic competitors at this show. Never seen anything like it. And when I say the competition was deep, it was deep. 5 of them guys easily could go anywhere else on an amateur stage and get their pro card. That's how stacked this classic physique class was, man. The guy that won, man, he can hop on the pro circuit right now and give people the business. And that's no exaggeration. I'm not blowing smoke at all. He could hop on a pro circuit and give people the business for real. Second place guy, he looked really well. He can go wherever and get his pro card. I was amazed, bro. Like I was a fan that day. Like I was truly a fan of just classic physique. I never seen anything like it, man. It was amazing. So whatever she's doing to pull these type of guys and these caliber guys, keep doing it for sure.
Facts. We definitely gotta find that dude, clip him up, and make sure we give him a shout out. In post production, of course. So there's a few other things I guess I want to think about. So you said like the expediter was her husband, super cool, kept everything going. The venue was great. If there was, we always try to give, the salt, the sugar, and the bad. So if there was one thing of improvement, and I know you're probably gonna be like, get that AC pumping in there, but if you had to improve on anything or offer some constructive criticism, because as athletes we take criticism, I think promoters take it as well. So what would you give constructive criticism to the show?
Honestly, I think the one thing that could have been different was having the awards present on stage, because they was like kind of backstage. So I don't know. I know there was issues going up to the show. Actually, the venue lost power before we even got there. So I don't know if it was a time thing or whatever, but just bringing the trophies out to the stage to display them so the audience could see the trophies or whatnot, I think that would have been pretty cool. But other than that, Lord. Other than that, I have no complaints, no critiques. Like, it was a great show.
Nah, that's dope. That's dope. And I told you I was going to insert myself because I was also at a show this weekend. And I want to always make it public that this platform is for the for natural bodybuilding. It's the growth of natural bodybuilding as a whole. So we highlight experiences at specific at shows, and things of that nature. So this weekend I was more so on the coaching standpoint. I took an athlete down to the Southeast Natural, which is the USBF show, which was also inside of the Tampa Fit Fest, right? So this show kind of surprised me, one, because it's probably the closest thing to like the Arnold that you would get as a natural competitor. And I know we say Florida Pro is that, right? And luckily they're the same promoter. But Tampa Fit Festival was literally in the inside of the Fit Festival. So you had CrossFit going on, you had vendors, like it was literally inside of the Tampa Fairgrounds. So you could see strongman, you could walk and go see CrossFit competitions going on. CT Fletcher was there, Julius Maddox was there. I didn't get over there to CT Fletcher, that made me upset. But I think it was a dope show. I definitely would expect for this show to grow more and be bigger. But some notable names, I need to get the wellness girl's name, but she looked phenomenal. Took home $750. The winner of men's physique was Maurice Cheeks. He's coached, I think, by Marcus Harris. He looked phenomenal. This is probably the best package I've seen this guy. I've probably seen him over the past 5 years. He brought a great package. Then there was Anderson Moise, who got second. Everybody knows Anderson. We highlighted him before, former Mr. American champion, former Florida Pro champion, and he competes everywhere. And then third, we had my client, Lee Gooden. This is his second pro show, brought a phenomenal package as well. And then they had bodybuilding, and Dr. J. Wright took first. A lot of people know Cairo Fit. And then we also had what's his name? D-Row. I think that's his nickname, but he got second place as well. So there was very stout competition. People showed up, and the competition between the pro classes was very tight. Daryl ran the show very well. It ran very smoothly. I think the pros probably went on at 1 and we were done by probably 2:33. Like straight through format, executed very well. So I honestly, when I was there, I was like, yo, this looks like something I would want to compete in, because you got to think about it. Like, not only are people there for the other events, but there's people just stopping to watch bodybuilding.
Right.
Like, they might have came for CrossFit, they might have came for Power Strongman, but now you're getting an audience that didn't come specifically for the show. They're just straggling in, and they're like, oh, what's this? And then they sat and watched. So like the chairs they had available, there was every chair was taking up, people standing up to watch. So that's kind of why it gave me that Arnold feel, because when I went to the Arnold, they had the VIP section with seats, and then people were standing behind them to watch the show. So it was a dope experience overall for me to go down there and kind of experience that.
All right, absolutely. Well, since you're doing shout outs, I can't leave my people out. So shout out to Gillian. She took home first place at Colorado for bikini. Shout out to Melissa. She took home second place. She actually won Colorado last year, and she got second. And shout out to the Yorton Cup champion for wellness, Cali. She came and did her thing too. So it was an honor to see both of them actually on stage competing before the Yorton. So both of them rocked out and did their thing. So shout out to both of them for sure.
Gotcha. And you just spoke on something, so that's going to kind of lead me into another conversation, which may go right or may go wrong. We'll figure it out. So for you to say Gillian went up there and she won, right? And then, of course, we had the winner from the prior year show up as well. So does that say more about the athletes or the promoter for why an athlete will want to return to a show and, do that again?
I think it's both. I think for an athlete to want to return to a show, that means that the promoter did something to bring them back, right? Like, whatever the case may be. Maybe she had a great experience last year. That's what brought her back this year, right? And for the competitor, someone would just like to compete. And she was a champ last year. She wanted to double up on it this year or whatnot. So maybe that's what brought her back. Maybe she's getting ready for another show. So this was you know, I'm not going to say a warm-up show because we don't say it as pros, but maybe she wanted to get her feet wet to see what the competition would be like. I don't know if she knew Gillian was coming or not, but maybe she just wanted to face Gillian to see where she stacked up at. Who knows? But I think it's both the athlete and the promoter, you know, come together as a collective group.
Gotcha. No, I definitely agree because it could even be that could be her backyard. You know, we don't know. Maybe she stays in Colorado and like, hey, it's easy for me to compete here. And I think there's also, you know, there's so many different things we could speculate, right? And I mean that's something I always wondered, like because you even said like when you were talking, like, hey, I will go back. So clearly that you had to have a great enough experience to say, hey, I'll leave Georgia and go to Colorado again. You know what I mean? So it had to be a great experience for you to feel that notion to go. And we already had the conversation about to defend or not to defend, right? Like whether you're obligated to or you have to. And I don't think you ever have to defend the title. Like sometimes if you go and win, like I think there was a year where I won 4 shows and I didn't go back and defend none of the titles the next year. I didn't feel obligated to. I didn't have to. Sometimes it's just like, hey, I checked that box, got that t-shirt, peed in the cup, got my check. That's what it was, you know. That doesn't mean that I had a bad experience. It just means like, hey, I was focused on something else the next year. Some people don't want 3,000 belts on their mantelpiece. Some people don't want 4,000 swords or 4 swords. Because the good thing about some promoters I can highlight is they change their awards every year. But if I get something and then the award is the same the next year, I have no reason to go back because why would I want the same award? And I made this very clear. I told people, I was just like, I mean, besides the Yorton Cup, like you leave with a Yorton Cup, but those change. Like my very first trophy at the Yorton Cup to the last one is very different. So I think when it comes to competing, I already said this, I compete for different trophies. Like the $1,500 don't move the needle for me because most likely I spent that before I leave or before I get there. So having a great experience with the promoter, having a great relationship with the promoter. The award is always enticing, right?
Right.
But for somebody to be like, oh yeah, here's $1,500 and I want you to come to California and do all these things, that really doesn't move me as an athlete.
Absolutely. And it's like one of them things, man. I'll just go back to this since it was so hot last week. I love Bobby to death, man. If I could be at every one of Bobby's shows to compete every single year, I would. This show just happened to be on a Sunday. That didn't work out for me. You know what I'm saying? I would love to have another black belt back here, but it just didn't line up like that. And I had this schedule, everything laid out, and that Sunday just messed things up for me. So unfortunately, I had to miss that show this year. It's nothing Bobby did, or you know what I'm saying? Like it was just an unfortunate day. It landed on a Sunday, so therefore I couldn't make that show.
Yeah. So, but that's neither here nor there. So now we're moving forward to I see second half is recap on your mindset Yorton or Yorton mindset.
Oh,
so,
hold on, man. You jumping the gun. I think you're missing the most important thing that happened.
I'm speeding.
Huh?
I'm speeding. Oh yeah, no. Hold on. No, I don't want to cut you off, but you can never say anything about me crying on stage, brother. You was up there shedding those R. Kelly. I'm putting my life tears, boy. I'm telling you, because I cried over a Yorton Cup. You know, I had to let it go, and I saw you over there. I saw you tear up. It was an alligator tear because it was real quick. Can you cover your face like this real fast and then you open it up? It was like a peekaboo and then I'm out. But explain that moment for us, please.
A gangster tear did roll down. Thugs do cry, but man, that was so organic and unexpected, bro. Like it caught me off guard, man. And every day I get people in the inbox saying, hey, we appreciate you. You're an inspiration to me. You're an inspiration to the sport. But to have someone that don't know me from a can of paint, bro, don't know me from a can of paint, to do that in public on a stage, and everybody in the crowd felt it too, bro. Like that's just an emotion like I couldn't hold back, bro. Like the last time I cried was literally when my mom went in the hospital in like 2021. That's literally the last time I cried, bro. Sheesh. But I did let a tear roll down my eye. It was just so heartfelt, man. And at the end of the day, that's all I want. I just want people to be able to appreciate my work of art, me as the natural competitor. I don't care if you don't like me as a person, but me as a natural competitor, the body of work that I've been able to put together over the last 3 years in this organization. I mean, it just felt great for somebody to recognize that and be able to say that to me in public. So that's a feeling I will never forget. And like I said, it was great because Tanisha don't know me from a can of paint, bro. So that was just a feeling.
Wow, that's dope. Was that what I was speeding on, or
yeah, man? Hey, yeah, you know, she got the plaque and everything, man. Yes.
Okay. I had to make sure I wasn't speeding too fast. My bad. So coming off of that, of course, you know, the appreciation that you got, the feeling of that, and then also stringing together 5 wins going into the Yorton. I caught a clip, and like I said, we have got real good at not talking on days we know we were going to record, just to make sure that we don't sound like we're rambling or sound like we're double talking. But what is your mindset? Like, I saw your story this morning. You're like, yo, you know, now it's time to focus in on the cup. Now it's time to do this. So, what's going through your head daily about these next 6 weeks that's about to happen?
I mean, head down, keep working. The same thing that I've been doing all year, man. Let the outside noise stay outside. People do bring it to my attention every now and again, but I'm able to be like, okay, I use it as a receipt. It may push me a little bit harder, but just keep the outside noise outside. Remember why I'm doing this. Remember I have a community behind me that's really cheering for me and hope I do well this year, man. That's about it, dude. Yeah, man, I'm working each and every day, bro. So I'm excited. Like I said, I have no pressure coming in this year. My shoulders are light, bro, and I think that's the best feeling ever. Because what can someone say? Oh, you don't have the title? No, I don't have the title. I do not. So, yeah, man. Mindset is block out the noise, keep moving forward. The story's not done. God is still writing that story for me. So I know I'm going to bring my best September 29th. And it's up to the 7 judges to decide what's what. And, you know, it is what it is at the end of the day, man. So that's my mindset, to be honest.
There you go, man. Hey, I like it. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
So we can move to our top 5, our draft. I don't really care about my mindset. We're gonna just move forward. So top 5, what can I think about this week? Because I think we did one. Here's another one. Because people always want to know, man, what do these guys eat, man? What do they do? So we're gonna do top 5 carb sources for your prep. We haven't did carb sources yet. We did protein sources. Okay. Top 5 carb sources could be something that's a staple in your prep or that's not. But let's go ahead and draft the top 5 and get out of here. So what list off your or let's go ahead and start. What's your number 1?
Potatoes.
Okay. My number 1 is crusty sweet cream pancakes. Pink box.
Okay. My second one would have to be English muffin. Buttermilk English muffin or cinnamon English muffin.
Okay, you got taste. Okay. I gotta go with rice because you know that gotta be a staple for me. Rice, regular rice.
That was about to be my third one, but another carb source. I do this Carb Master bread.
Okay.
Pretty decent.
Number 3 is definitely bananas for me.
Okay. Number 4. Rice Krispie treat. I eat one every morning before I hit the gym, bro. So I gotta go with the Rice Krispie.
Sheesh, got one. Got me on one. Sweet potatoes, number 4.
Okay. Dang, my last one. Dude, that's pretty much all the carbs that I eat.
Facts.
I'm sitting here about to lie to these people and just throw out a random carb.
Just lie. Hey, just lie. Just lie. It's okay. They won't know.
Oatmeal.
Oh, speaking of cream of wheat, I gotta have my cream of wheat, that maple brown sugar cream of wheat. That's my number 5. Gotta have it. Hey, but I'm 2 gallons in, so y'all know I'm gonna rush this outro. So make sure you go shop Chula Wear, eShell 10, or Carolina Muscle. If you're looking for coaching, we got you locked in for that 2026 season. But we're gonna close out there. But until next time, peace.